And I got myself, the first client I got actually was the Premier's office. So I do a lot of government work. So I have clients from the Premier's office, the community safety, agriculture, a lot of departments. And then I've got work in the corporate space, Coca-Cola, Standard Bank, smaller clients, Gatabo, and a whole lot. And I decided that I'm going to use these companies to make a living out of my work, but at the same time, I still have to do my projects, personal projects that I'm passionate about, because corporate can sometimes swallow you, because you're doing the same thing over and over. So some of the work, the first picture that you saw, that's a project that I started doing in 2019. The very first one. That picture, that man, his name is Ndapepita. He's a shepherd in Lesotho, Haseng, in the rural Lesotho, where you have to walk close to an hour to 30 minutes to get to the village. You park your car, then you have to walk, and then you'd have guys that would come with their horses, and they'll be able to put your luggage. So normally go on camping trips, and I got this beautiful portrait of this beautiful soul. So it's part of my passionate projects, and looking at Basotho as a nation, because when I was in academia, I was always fascinated by the history of Basotho, particularly their king Moshweshwe, who to me was one of the most brilliant leaders. As much as people have seen him as a coward and whatever, but Moshweshwe to me was a servant leader. He was the true meaning of what it means to serve. And also he was a brilliant man, because he was able to sit and use strategy, to win battles, and to an extent that he was able to defeat the great shark. So his people fascinate me, because I think they are one of the most humble souls. So that image comes from that. My style of photographing is that I use documentary photography and photojournalism to try and narrate a story. So I've been in a journey to try find myself as an individual, because my people pride themselves in many forms. The food we eat, the clothing, the culture. I like it when Chimamanda says, with culture there's beauty, but also there could be very toxic elements in culture. So you need to choose what works for you. So there are certain elements that I take from my own culture as Umxhosa. So I then decided that I want to get into a journey of self-discovery. That's what I call the project for now, but it's very broad. So that image is taken in the rural Eastern Cape in the Wild Coast, where people always say that lobsters and all of these things that we eat, seafood, black people don't, we know nothing about seafood, we don't eat those things. But people from there, they eat lobsters, and fresh fish and all of that, and they get it from the sea. And they are very close to the water, because we are the people of the water. We don't only own the land, but also water is part of us.